Thank you, Dato. Your Excellency, Ambassador Vieira may wish to remain for our next document. May I invite the Deputy Foreign Minister of Malaysia for the exchange of notes on the training for diplomats. Thank you, Excellencies. For the final document, may I now invite the Director General of MARDI Malaysia and the Minister of Agriculture and Livestock Brazil for the exchange of letter of intent between MARDI and Embrapa. Thank you, Excellencies. Excellencies, ladies and gentlemen, we will now commence with the joint press conference with the statement by the Honorable Prime Minister of Malaysia.
My dear friend and President Lula da Silva of the Federative Republic of Brazil and Mrs. da Silva, I wouldn't want to express beyond words my special thanks and appreciation to my colleagues for your presence and your visit today. We know you as a leader who represents the working class initially, who remains consistent in your struggle to champion the cause of the poor and the underprivileged. And this has been a story that's been told and followed by many of our fellow Malaysians. President Lula da Silva, you remain consistent, not only for Brazil, but also in your articulation of foreign policy issues, from the atrocities and genocide in Gaza to the issues affecting climate change, and your initiative is much, of course, well regarded. You mentioned as Chair of BRICS, when I was there, thank you very much for the hospitality accorded to me and my delegation twice. And now you are again hosting COP in Brazil, somewhere near Amazon. I wish I would there 30 years ago to be able to explore more of Amazon. Probably it's tough now, but that shows your single commitment to deal with issues not only affecting your people and the environment in Brazil, but to espouse policies that would save the world and the international community. So again, as I've said in our series of meetings in Rio and here in Malaysia, we admire your tenacity of purpose, your courage in standing for principles of justice, human dignity, and you are outstanding in one of the few countries, a prominent leader espousing these values, including, particularly, which is also close to the hearts of many Malaysians, the atrocities in Gaza. Now, our discussions have covered issues of trade and investments, of energy, and again, on behalf of Malaysia, I thank you for your support, particularly to Petronas and Yunson, the private company, and also our determination to enhance these bilateral relations that covered a number of issues. Of course, diplomatic training, research, and I mentioned that decades ago when I was at UNESCO, one of the countries that excited me was Brazil, because you have placed so much importance in research and scientific research that can be a showcase for most of the newly emerging independent countries. And in fact, I confessed to the President that I was personally exposed and educated by one of your great scientists, Dr. Israel Vargas, who actually took me as a young brother and told me the importance of governments to focus on scientific research. And that, Mr. President, influenced many of my policies when I decided to push for increased funds and disbursement of funds for research and scientific research, technology research, including agriculture through mother. We will, of course, explore this in the fields of semiconductor, which we have some expertise to share with your expertise, and issue of food technology, which you have better, for example, experience and higher skills, which we can certainly share. We talk about the possibility of increased import of poultry products from Brazil, and education, culture. Of course, I've seen from the television how the vibrancy of Rio culture, which we can't compete. We tried our best to show some semblance of that, but the Rio culture, and it was just too exciting. I miss that because you make me work in Rio, no chance to have anything else to look at it. But anyway, congratulate you again for your the conferment of honorary degree of Doctor of Philosophy and International Development and the Global South by our premier national university this afternoon. But let me assure you in conclusion, my dear brother and friend, President Lula, that this is not a normal, ordinary diplomatic encounter. This is an encounter, engagement between friends who share a common conviction and ideals. And let us make sure that our two countries and two regions, Latin America, ASEAN, and Asia, will work together, and we become one of the key pillars in ensuring that bilateral relations extend beyond trade, investments, politics, and culture. Thank you.